Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be really late, and it is on Shinsuke Nakamura, Master of the Kinshasa. So he was the card this weekend for Feud. You can see I got 1725 of 2000, not terrible for a weekend event. Let's take a look at Shinsuke. He's modern era focused showboat. He has a SmackDown link, modern era link, and the standard Master of the Kinshasa gear. Cool looking gear, by the way. He is a coach. His coach ability does not work on Trap Countdown Juggernaut gems. It only works on regular health steal moves at this time. Do not know if and or when it will be fixed. I have made the team aware of it. I spent a ton of time, actually it's why I didn't record my preview, getting them the information they needed to make sure they understood it didn't work. So they 100% know it doesn't work on those. I did a ton of testing for them to make that case. However, it is a fantastic coach ability on those people it does work on, like Boiler Room Mankind, Cesaro, head of the table Roman, if you happen to have his gear in particular. It also does coincide with the feud buff, 100% to health steals. Now, we probably don't have a standard guy that people are going to use all the time for health steal yet. Looking at the boss battle this week and the buff to health steal moves, I got a feeling whoever we get this week is going to have a massive health steal. That's just my gut instinct, not inside info. I'll probably be wrong. But anyway, that's what I think. So I have for you guys 3 movesets. Before I get into those, I want to talk about his 6-star move, which everyone is going gaga about. It is an 8 MP green Death Valley driver, deal 178k damage and make the bottom 3 rows into multiply gems of strength 210. So you would combine that with his midsection knee strike, the 8 MP green, deal 163k damage and choose a 7x3 area to destroy. So you're going to use that to destroy the bottom 3 rows, about 210 gems. It's going to do really good damage for sure. It's going to be quite good. I don't think I like it better than this moveset I'm going to run for you first. The landslide, deal 86k damage plus 40k bonus damage for every yellow gem. That does go up to 60k base at 6-star. So a 50% increase on that. And then the inverted exploder suplex, deal 80k damage and choose 6 gems to make into yellow. And the flying kick, deal 70k damage and increase your blue MP by 7. That's only 6 MP, so you can start with that quite easily in feud. We're going to have 2 builds for you on this one. One of them is this one, much more obtainable, free to play, really interesting coach-trainer combo. You might be surprised about it, and then I'll show you what I would run if I had 17k Santa Hogan, and that moveset in particular I think will easily be safer and do more damage and not rely on random, and you're going to drain someone completely at 6s. Now, it's really hard to tell exactly how much you can do. But you should get a good indicator what you can do at this percentage. So let's take a look here. I got Kofi, start with yellow MP, and you might be wondering why Dom, +2 on a match, and Rikishi +1. That makes a 3-match worth 6, so 1 3-match reloads the flying kick. So all you have to do in feud with the no MP matchy match is do a 3-match and it'll load all of your moves again. So this is pin bar control, getting as many yellow gems on the board as you can, and then Braun for his yellow gem damage to, of course, buff the landslide. 100% use Fury or Fury 2. The more Fury you have, the better. You would want the highest gem damage strap you can have, Fury 2s, all of that stacks on the yellow move. So you could easily outdo this. I'm only at 100% yellow gem damage. You could go much, much higher. This is by far his best moveset before 6-star. At 6-star, I do think it's going to be better than that multiply move, but haven't tested it, so don't know for sure. Let's take a look at this. You could use boss plate to get a pin and refill. I mean, your moves are always going to be refilled, so you could use boss plate. But since you're going for a 3-match, you're probably not gonna. And you could use the Kid's Lightning whenever you break 3 yellow, turn purple into blue. However, you need to know and plan for that because you could mess stuff up. Also, Dom is going to give you more yellows on the starting board. You can see we already have a bunch, a lot of yellows. So Adam Cole has 5.3 million health. 1 3-match loads. So we're going to take this seemingly safe-looking 3-match here and take away the chance to get a 3-match there. So unless we drop 3 of the same color in a row, which is extremely low odds, although it is me, we're not going to cascade. So that's what we're going to do there. Your move would be reloaded in feud 2. So first hit, we are going to do from 5 million down to 3.9. So that did 1.1 million. Again, super easy reload. We're going to keep this area here and keep placing our yellow gems there. So you can see you have a lot of pin bar to work with. You can hit this move a lot and it's going to get bigger every time. And this is with no Hall of Fame Booker. For those that missed Hall of Fame Booker, we're going to go here and here, and let's start up there. Okay, second hit, we are going to probably do closer to 2 million, I think, now. 1.3, so now he's down to 2.2 million. One more 3-match. Again, odds are minuscule of dropping 3 of the same color in, so it's about as safe as you can get, although it is me. Now, also, you could, if you think you have enough to do the last of the damage, which it is quite close, you could just set that up and hit the choose, then hit the move, and then swipe into whatever conglomeration of yellows you've made. Since it's low odds here, and we have the board set up nice, there you go. I'm going to do that. So the great thing is, at the end here, you can hit this. And didn't quite have enough, so that's all fine. But now you can hit this. So we've drained, he started at 5.3 million. So this is without the best Furies. We've done over 5.3 million. Let's see if I can find spots to put these without causing a pin. Knowing me, not so much. That looks safe. That looks safe. That does, and I think that might be all the spots. No, one, yes, one here. That should be all of the spots. So we're just going to do this for fun. And then we're going to hit this one more time, which that would do easily 2 million. So essentially, at this point, we've done 7 million damage with nothing special on turn 1. Now, buff that base move to 60k from 40k. You can extrapolate that. I think you're easily talking 10, 11 mil with nothing special. I don't know that you're going to do that much damage with the multiply gems. In fact, I know you're not going to do 10 or 11 mil. So, I do think this move is better even than a 6-star moveset. Obviously, it takes a little longer. If you keep them down with the multiply gem, you could argue that, but you don't need 6-star to run this. Okay, same build set, less rare trainers. This is what I would call the whale build, although to be fair, I can run this build, and just because you're a whale doesn't mean you can run this. A lot of people I know don't have Booker, that missed out then, that currently have amazing rosters. So there's that. I'm going to go with Booker to make more yellow gems. 17k Santa Hogan to start the blue moves loaded. You might be asking why? Well, because we get an extra choose, an extra hidden, and we don't move the pin bar at all. That's why. So you're getting one whole extra cycle in. Yes, you might be losing a little bit of damage. I mean, theoretically, you could also run like Cena maxed out. He's like 45% yellow gem damage, and maybe that would end up being better. Mine isn't maxed. It really depends how you want to do it. I don't like getting the board clustered, so I probably would go with that route. Anyway, there's some flexibility there, right? So you'll have to keep that in mind. And let me make sure we put Lawler in here. There we go. So that's the whole point of this, is so you can start with the inverted exploder suplex and the landslide in feud. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to start with that turn 1. So this puts you right ahead. You'll see it should be faster, significantly faster. Choosing the 2 extra gems with Booker is nice as well. Two. Try and keep this stuff in groups of 2. Makes it a lot simpler for me. And then let's go there. Every time I do that, I'm afraid I'm gonna hit an accidental 3 match because I'm bad at it. So 1 million right out the gate before we move the pin bar. So we're already 1 million ahead of our other build because we didn't move the pin bar, right? Now, in feud, however, you will need 2-3 matches or a 5 or swipe into a 5 match. So whatever you think is better for you is the way to run it. So 2-3 matches or swipe into a 5 match. Technically, the 5 match moves the pin bar 1 less, and you could do it twice. And this one, I would want the boss plate though, for sure, because I would do the 2-3 matches, right? So I would do like, let's do 1 here, and then let's have that be 1. A little bit riskier than some of the past stuff. It's fine, and that's fine. Also, keep in mind that would have the boss plate on. I just didn't bother to put it on for this preview. Don't think I'm going to need it because I think we're going to have enough yellow on the board here that it's not going to matter. Assuming I don't make a silly mistake, which is a big assumption. Because we are running out of space. There's one. I think I'm going to call that good just to be safe, because I really can't see anymore at this point. See if I ended up being slightly short. Yes, so boss plate would have been nice here. However, this cascade's going to do it for sure. So you can see, actually, you could make a case for the previous build with the 3 match and maybe Booker T instead of Braun to choose more gems, because that 3 match barely moves the pin bar and it's quite safe. So you could make a case for either, actually, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do it. The 3 match in particular, as he levels up, I think will be better. So even better at 6-star. So that's really the power of Dom and stuff. And you know what I mean? So, and I think you'd have to do the math on his 2 gems worth more than the 25% on Strowman, really. So there's that. But anyway. that's those builds. There's a couple different ways you can run them. The rest of the builds I don't like nearly as much, but we're going to run them anyway. This one is kind of like a poor man's version of the 6-star move. So we're gonna, not the Kinsasha. Nope, we're saving that for the last. It looks awesome, but I actually don't care for that move too much. Spoiler. Jumping cross arm breaker. Now, there's also, I'm going to show you two versions of this, although I don't have a graphic for the second one. The first one, you're playing for turn 2. I would use Rhonda's jacket because it buffs yellow gems. If you had it, otherwise heavy machinery off the prize wall, maybe make it a little easier to recycle. And we're going to start with steel and go for turn 2. So let's go gem modifier. Here we go. Where are you, Matthias? Yes, I know. It doesn't have an effect on him, except it does. And then steel. He went right by him because, no, I'm just blind. Don't mind me. I have some of my trainers not unequipped because of feud, so. Normally I have them unequipped, or yeah, unequipped so I can find them faster. Gem damage, you could, dual color would work well if you have it, or brawn with yellow. You could always do lacy. Because you're not making these specifically yellow, you could easily, just as easily do lacy with the 2 colors in all heart, as well. So, and then I'm going to use Universal MP Down Coach because we are going for turn 2. We do want a green match. That's why you see the heavy machinery, so a yellow match would work as well. With the heavy machinery plate, so you could go with either. Let me get this one. Steph should be down here. Edge is the same. Steph, edge, it doesn't matter. We'll just put edge on. All the same. They both do the same thing. Mountain Andre, Mutant Andre will do the same. All right. So in feud, you would be looking for a green match for the misdirection knee strike. Actually, it's not a big deal. You don't need it. You'll see why. Because the Juggernaut gem loads the sub and buys you the extra turn for the knee strike. So you won't need that. Be amazing if I actually knew what I was doing. But you probably don't watch me for knowledge. It's definitely the entertainment value, right? We're going to take the yellow away from Cole here. I'm having a Monster Ultra Fiesta Mango sugar-free energy drink at the moment. It's quite good. So the Rhonda's jacket, all heart. Rhonda's jacket, yellow, black, all heart, green, purple. Would get buffed off of the sub. Sub also. Now the problem with this build, you do not want to get pinned. If I had gotten pinned, this gem would have went off and done nothing, the Juggernaut gem. So that is a downside with this build. You don't want to get pinned. But this is essentially the poor man's version of the moveset you're going to see. Hopefully it leaves my heal gems alone. Or you would see at 6-star. Yeah, so obviously not all 3 are going to be times 10. And this is random. So it's like I said, the poor man version. And you wouldn't be able to use matte. So you kind of, with this, would want to choose whichever area is going to hit the most multiplies and also recycle you. So you want to get a green and a yellow. In a perfect world, you could just hit the sub again. Again, it would definitely hit much harder. I would say like probably 3 to 4 mil at 5-star gold if we had that 6-star move, which we don't. Also, the heal gems, you know how the heal gems work at this point, guys. So there's that. And you're just going to repeat this. Obviously, if you could do more Juggernaut gems, it would make this more impressive as it would turn all of the multiplies. But it doesn't. Or all of the heal gems, it doesn't. So it's kind of... that. As much as I love Juggernaut gems, this is one Juggernaut gem I can't see using. Let me actually check the portal while this sub is going off. It still only is one Juggernaut gem at 6-star. So not the best Juggernaut gem move. Really hard to indicate how this would be. And you can see we almost got pinned. So this is actually not... oh, it didn't go off. We have to swipe too. Never mind. I'm one ahead. Do I want to sub? No, I don't. Watch me get pinned this time, though. Get these greens, maybe, huh? Okay, there's a decent area. So the greens are 137k, yellows are 226k. If you figure all heart, add another 100%, maybe like to the greens, you might be like 150-ish. And Rhonda's jacket, you'd probably get to like 250-ish, something like that. I'm just guesstimating, like on that. And you can see though, like if you were random, bottom 3 rows in this case only have 1 yellow, right? So just thinking about that moveset. Also, nothing to buff it, so no Rhonda's jacket or whatever. It's strictly going to be hit the button and then destroy the 3. So I don't know, you know. 21 gems. Let's say you're probably going to average at this level. It looks like we might average like 115k times 21. How much is that? 21. Like 2.4 million. So then extrapolate that into 6-star. I'm thinking 4 mil would probably be realistic. Turn 1, double green because you couldn't buff it. There'd be no mat. I would say 4 mil would probably be a pretty realistic hit. And you only need 1 yellow, or I mean 1 green to recycle that. You wouldn't be using yellow. You could have the sub there to delay after the fact if you wanted. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I think it's going to be a good moveset, but I don't think it's as reliable or as good as the first one. Even the 6-star moveset, like I said. Anyway, that's enough talking about that. Let me finish playing this. I'm going to take this row. There's more multis. Nice cascade. The reason I went against Adam Cole is for the health. Alright. And final move set. I actually do not like this move. The finisher. I should probably like it, but I don't. It's the only move we haven't seen. It hits hard, right? So it definitely hits hard, but it doesn't do a lot of extra stuff. Choose 11 heal gems to destroy. You could make a case that leaving the heal gems on the board is better than destroying them if you want to go for a one-shot. Also, if you do have 17k Santa, this build is more attractive because, and you had yellow finisher trainer, which I believe is Demon Balor, if I'm not mistaken, who I don't have. But if you had Demon Balor and you had 17k Santa, then I think this moveset is a lot more appealing. And I would likely just leave the the heal gems all over the board for this one. In this case, since I don't have Demon Balor, I won't bother with a rare build set because I'm missing the key component for that. But I will put some of the Hall of Fame trainers on there just so you guys can see a little bit better damage, because I don't have a tier 5 yellow and my tier 4 is 1 away from being maxed. So we'll just do a little bit of that. And sometimes you can get a cascade with the heal gems. Unfortunately, raised plate doesn't work with this because the sub doesn't count. which is too bad. If Ray's plate worked, that would be awesome. But it doesn't take into effect the sub moveset. It doesn't count those. Why am I on generate when I want charge? It's a good question, Will. Why are you? Big dumb, Mherex. Big dumb. So only 113% yellow move damage buff on this before these guys. So this would be about what you'd see just with a maxed move damage metal, a tier 4. Way less than a tier 5. So I'm fine using these. So 500. I think our finisher is going to get right close to 1 million here, which is okay. I think with a good move damage metal, 17k Santa, and yellow finisher trainer, which again I think is Demon Valor, pretty sure, then it would be really solid. 2-3 matches, yellow would absolutely do it. Not in feud, it won't, because it's 10 and you start at 2. That's why Beth is on there. It gives you 2 more yellow, so that's why she's important. That gives you 4 to start, so 2-3 matches in feud will work to load the finisher. But you also do have the sub, so you could get you know, 5 match and hit your sub and then hit the finisher. You only technically need 5 if you don't have Beth. And I think we're better off leaving the heal gems on the board. So I'm going to hit a 900k finisher and choose none. Because I think he might take that row break, which I could get rid of. So yellow gems would be the only thing I would consider destroying because he's buffed them, but he doesn't really have a 3 match, so let's see what happens. Yeah. So that's that build set, which I don't love either. Like, I'm really, really attached to this first build set, and actually these two only needing a 3 match is pretty clutch. Little more work. So there's that. And it'd be interesting to see the math between using Strowman versus Booker, especially once you added better, like if you had Fury 2s and that sort of thing. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this preview. I do think this is going to be better even at 6-star than the other build. Other build's going to be simpler. I think Multiply you could expect with a really good setup 4 to 5 million at 6-star though, which is not bad at all. So he's quite good. As for where he'd fit on my roster, that's an interesting dilemma. I love my showboats. I love his coach ability, even if it's extremely limited at the moment and it doesn't work, again, the way it should. Hopefully they do fix that. They are aware. Showboats, let's get this by class. I don't think he's as good as Gable. Not even close. I am probably biased, though. I love Gable. I think Gable can do more and is head and shoulders better. Gable's not going to hit a 4 or 5 million pin, though. So where would he fit in? I think he's better than Lex. I think he's better than Lashley, better than JBL, better than Batista. Ford is a really interesting comparison because Ford does a similar thing with this. And you can see even at 5-star bronze, he does 70k for each purple, and that's a 6 MP move. You can't, and you choose purple at 7 MP. Now, you can't get to it as easily, like there's not a choose yellow that's cheap that you can make a 3 match work. However, you can use this and hit it a bunch, especially with 17k Santa, same sort of thing. You can choose, you can hit this. Lacey is huge at 20% on 70k, and Ford at 6-star is double. So where Shinsuke is 60k, Ford is 120k at 6-star for purple base. So all of your stuff works off of the base, so that makes it huge. So honestly, I think Ford is probably better. Nakamura a little bit easier to control, but I think Ford is probably better. And I think RK Bro Randy Orton is a really interesting one with the punt kick. in particular into the finisher. 40 protect gems into green. The green has got 4 gems buffed 240%. Pretty good. And you can put an all hard on and get another 100% there. So yeah, I think where I would slot him, I think RK Bro is probably better. Nakamura is the new shiny. I think Ford is better. But if all you want to do is choose the bottom 3 rows and hit for like 4 million, then you might take Nakamura up before any of those guys. But yeah, I think that's where I would slot him in. He's right in the same range, I think, because it is more control than Ford, but it is lower. And you can cycle it easier with that 3 match that we saw. That's going to be quite powerful. Orton's punt kick requires a little bit of setup. Gable isn't going to do as much damage, but I think way more versatile. So not even close for me. But I do think he's quite good, and he fits into that discussion right below the Gable tier. I think there's Gable tier and everything else, and I think he's right there with Ford and RK Bro. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. Other than that, thanks for watching, and good luck out there.